Today I purchased a Pokemon Go Fest ticket to see what Go Fest is all about in the comfort of my own home. I'm Catherine, and as you can probably guess by my channel name, I am a shiny hunter. Shiny hunting in Pokemon Go has never been my strong suit, and it's safe to say I play Pokemon Go very casually. So, for a casual player like me, was Pokemon Go Fest worth it? Let's find out. Good morning everyone, it is day 1 of Pokemon Go Fest. The event has not quite started where I am right now, so that's pretty convenient, because I realized at the last second I really don't have the space for catching any more Pokemon on Pokemon Go. I have 350 slots for Pokemon, and almost all of those have been used up by Shiny Ghastly. So I'm gonna sort that out and hopefully be ready in time for the event, and we'll see how it plays out. The first couple hours of this event really defined how the day was going to go. Every hour, different kinds of Pokemon appeared, although I didn't see much variety in Pokemon species. It felt like the same dozen Pokemon for a whole hour straight, but there were some really great Pokemon anyways. For instance, Alolan appeared frequently in the first hour. Unknown also spawned thanks to my incense. The 3 Kanto starters could be found wearing Pikachu visors, and the Kanto starter final stages also appeared in the wild. And depending on the time, Vaporeon, Flareon, or Leafeon could all spawn. Legendary Pokemon like Kyogre and Groudon were featured in raid battles, along with many of the Pokemon that had increased spawns during the event. For someone trying to play the game remotely, since we're currently in a pandemic, it was a little frustrating to me that not only was there one single gym close enough for me to use a remote raid pass, but even after spending $20 on a ticket, you still have to purchase remote raid passes with coins, and I have 14 coins. So I'm out of luck, and I missed out on several raids and potential shinies. The first hour gave me 0 shinies, which made me question if I was going to find any. However, the second hour quickly gave me my first shiny of the day, along with 2 more within the hour. So it is now 12:13 p.m, so we're already 2 hours into this event, and it's been really interesting so far. I'm actually still playing it as we speak because I'm finding so many Pokemon. When it comes to the cool Pokemon that you see here, we're seeing a lot of unknown, which you typically only see during big events like this. So I've found quite a few of those. We've also found some Alomamola. I don't know why that one gets me, but it really does. When it comes to the shinies, I have found 3 all in the second hour. So nothing in the water type region, I guess. Which is unfortunate because I really wanted to find a shiny Squirtle with the Pikachu visor, because it looks adorable. But no luck there. And unfortunately the same goes for Bulbasaur. I did not find a shiny Bulbasaur during this, but I did find 3 shinies anyways. The first one was a shiny Trico, which is okay, but since there was a community day for it, I already have 6 of them. It's a shiny nonetheless, so I'm still very pleased with that. Now for the second one, this is the one that I'm really excited about. I found a shiny Alolan Exeggutor. Is that how you pronounce it? That's how I'm gonna pronounce it. We're gonna go with that. Which is really cool. I love its shiny, and I've never had it in any of my games. So I'm very happy about that one since it's not a duplicate. And it really caught me by surprise because it came very shortly after the first shiny. Now the third one is also a duplicate. It's a shiny Sunkern, which I have to say I kind of like shiny Sunkern. I know that it's a bit subtle, but there's just something about it that makes it look really nice. So now we're into the third event within this big event, where there isn't really a focus on a specific type. I think that the focus for this one seems to be raids, because the task for everyone with a ticket is just to do a bunch of raids. I'm hoping there are a decent amount of Pokemon here that can be shiny that I haven't gotten as shinies before, like Skarmory, Zangoose, Sableye, Dratini. I've been trying to go for that Dratini for ages. So I'm really hoping I can find Dratini. That's one that I'm really looking out for. I believe that Gibble can be shiny as well, and I've seen a few of them here. So we'll see what I find, if anything. Due to my lack of Pokemon storage space, and the small amount of new Pokemon released during this event, I focused the rest of the day solely on finding more shinies. Unfortunately, my luck took a break for the next 2 hours, and I didn't find any shinies up until the Fire-type event. It is 4:06 p.m., and in the last few hours, I haven't really found much exciting. I'll be honest, this is not as amazing as I would hope, but it's understandable considering that this is usually an in-person event, and instead, it's kind of feeling like a community day in a way, but with less shinies. But a decent amount of shinies still. So the Fire-type event happened, and near the beginning of it, maybe in the first 10 or 15 minutes, I got a shiny Torchic. I already have a shiny Torchic, but that's alright. What I'm really happy about though is that I finally got a shiny Ponyta. It's one of my favorite shinies, so that's lovely. I got it in the last like 10 seconds of the Fire-type round. So I'm very pleased with that. Because also you'll see in this clip here, there were a bunch of Pokemon that popped up all at the same time, and I just had to pick one. I made the right choice, I guess. So it looks like these events go in a loop because we have gone back to the Water-type round and now it's currently Grass types again. So with that in mind, I might take a little bit of a break unless something big gets announced, then I'll obviously hop right back on, but I might just be done for the day. We'll see. So that was my last unscripted recording of the day. Despite that, I did find some pretty great shinies during the last 4 hours of the event. First off, I encountered and caught a shiny Bulbasaur with a Pikachu visor, which I'm very happy about. Sure, I wanted Squirtle, but what can I say, my shiny luck with Bulbasaur is a bit broken. The next Pokemon to shine, which somehow I felt I was going to get, was Krogunk. Lucky for me, I didn't have one before, so I was more than happy to find this frog. Shortly after that came Seviper. I do have a shiny one already, but I definitely don't mind having another one. The last shiny of the day is one that I would have gone out of my way to hunt for if I hadn't found it on here. Meryl has such a lovely shiny, so I'm really glad I could end the day on a high note with this green mouse. So that was the end of day 1. I shut things down for the night, not knowing what would be in store for the next day. So it is day 2 of Pokemon Go Fest. I woke up just in time for the event to start, which is pretty nice. Now today is a bit different from yesterday, somewhat, but I wish it was a little more different. So today it's focused for the most part on Team Go Rocket, and basically there's just going to be a bunch of battles. I'm sure that there's some stuff that I'll be able to unlock, just a bunch of random nonsense. Also about random nonsense, they seem to have the same increased spawns for Pokemon in the wild, the same ones as yesterday, which is kind of disappointing. Though what I find a little odd is that it's kind of a mix, because I saw Squirtle and Snover at the same time, and those are from 2 different hours from yesterday. Now what's nice though is that the Snover was shiny, and I didn't know that Snover could be shiny in the game yet. So I am very pleased with that. I got another shiny, and that brings the number of shinies that I've gotten so far up to 10. Oh, and also, one of the rewards for one of the research tasks that we got was 100 Pokeballs, and I didn't realize until after, and I am very happy with that because I was running low on Pokeballs and there are no Pokestops near me. Now fortunately I will be going adventuring today, hopefully, so I should be able to find more Pokeballs, but if that doesn't happen, that's alright because I got 100 from just finishing a task. Pretty great if you ask me. Day 2 of Pokemon Go Fest consisted mostly of Team Go Rocket taking over every other Pokestop and stalking me in a hot air balloon. Additionally, Dialga, Palkia, and Giratina all made appearances in raids, Though unfortunately for me, I still had no coins and no remote raid passes. All the Pokemon from yesterday's events appeared all day, although I didn't see the final stage Kanto starters or the 3 evolutions from yesterday. What I found interesting is the abnormal amount of Baniri that spawned, as those didn't appear at all yesterday. I was lucky enough to find a shiny one, which I hadn't gotten before. I also found a shiny O Unknown, a shiny Heatmore, shiny Woobat, and shiny Alolan Grimer, among a few duplicates. So I've been out and about for the last 3 hours enjoying the sun, and also avoiding it because I get sunburnt incredibly easily. So did I get sunburnt? I'm not sure yet, so maybe post-recording Catherine can answer that. While I was out adventuring, I found quite a few shinies, although not as many as yesterday, but I still have a few more hours left to hunt. If I don't play anymore, honestly, I won't mind, because I feel like I got everything there is to get from this event. The Shadow Legendary Birds and Shadow Mewtwo and Victini, I got all of those through the Team Go Rocket tasks. And I mean, I obviously haven't gotten every possible shiny during this event, but I really don't expect that to happen anyways, so I'm alright with that. In the end, I got plenty of shinies, more than I expected since I have terrible shiny luck on this game. In case I forgot to mention some of them, here's the entire collection. Aside from the shinies, my favorite Pokemon I caught during this event was Victini. And if I'm being honest, it's really the only thing that made me feel like the Team Go Rocket portion of the event was even worth it. So, what are my final thoughts on this event? It was good. I can't say it was perfect. There were so many Pokemon I wanted to see in this event that had been in previous Pokemon Go Fests, specifically Wild Alolan Vulpix. But I was relatively satisfied with the Pokemon that did appear. I think one of the bigger problems I had with GoFest was the things I couldn't experience. I did nothing outside of the game. Navigating the website for GoFest was a little odd on my phone and still just as frustrating on my computer. Even when I found events that were currently ongoing, I couldn't figure out how to access them. Then again, I'm not very tech savvy, so it may have been easier for other players. Also, the raids. We actually did get 3 free remote raid passes, so we could participate in the first round of the battle event on day 1. I made the mistake of trying to do a legendary raid, and surprise surprise, no one joined the raid and I lost. So that's 1 pass used up. The next one was used for a Charizard raid, and once we had defeated the Charizard, the game sort of fell apart. I did end up getting the Charizard in the end, but the couple minutes of waiting to see what would happen when time ran out, and then having to reboot the game once it didn't do anything, was really sketchy. This was actually a consistent issue with all 3 raids I did. Though I only got the Charizard since the other 2 raids I was going to lose anyways. Aside from those complaints, and considering that this event isn't usually a stay-at-home one, I'd say it was a good first attempt, and not the worst GoFest there has been. We don't talk about the first one.